7. I'm not arguing with you, I'm just telling you we got conflicting information, because when we set it, we have to have it right. But your record shows 28.6. You want to look at that one I gave you?
Here's the way we try to define it, to identify it, so that there's no misunderstanding. And the first thing I would tell you is it's a human-built thing, so there's a slight deviation from unit to unit.
I know, but
that being said, the floor width, which is 26 foot 8 inches, and then you've got, and that's putting the 2x4 all on the floor. But if you do a 2x6, then you fur it out so that you've made it 2 inches wider on each side, or a total of 4 inches. So that would make it 27 foot.
Well, we're not concerned about that.
Requirement in the state of Nevada is a 2x6 seal plate.
Yeah, we know that.
What I need to know is just because I need to flush the outside edge of the perimeter foundation with the house, and plus I have an existing driveway and existing walkway. I want to save as much as possible.
Okay, Rex, let me interrupt a little. I have the template, the Cavco template, HUD 2 wide blah blah 27 version, and then I got serial number on this piece of paper that you sent me, and it's got HO, and then this is a print. This print is for stem wall dimensions, pier and beam support locations, blah 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 blah. But on this particular one, it says, and again, I'm not arguing with you, we're just trying to set the home. It says, does it say 27 here? Can you see better than I can?
Let me get my glasses.
Well, let me look here. I think it says, I saw 27 here somewhere.
Yes, it is.
Okay, anyway, we're just trying to, does this final thing mean anything? This paper, the template you sent me?
Does the final mean anything?
Well, no, does this Cavco paper that you sent me from your factory, it does say 27 feet here. 27.4. Shit, I can't, give me my magnifying glass, would you? Yeah, you were kind enough to send me that. No, it's 27. I got my magnifying glass out. On this,
I gotta check one thing, Bill. Hang on a minute, okay?
Okay. No, but I have the template for it. You sent me the template from the factory along with the hulling print. This does say 27, but I don't. We have this, and that's from the factory, and that's the serial number of that home. So
this is
cool. So that's the one that came out of there. Let me see if this is... Okay, here you go, young man. This is it. That's it. That's the one.
Okay.
And then that's another thing I'm wondering. We're waiting for you, right, Rex? This is just the inside. I don't know if you need to seal that. And what I was I know I'm just saying this because I want to sound so smart. The guy said when you set the
Thanks for holding.
Yeah, when you put it together, they want to inspect it. You knew that before you bolt it, and then they look at it before you put the crown on, right? Yeah. You knew that. I'm just like I want you to know.
And I'm glad you brought this up too.
You don't like the domer?
Where the front door is that a protrusion out that continues down, or is it a little 6-8 inch square?
I think it's like a little pilaster here that's level. But we'll look. Let's look at the other view. You can
see where those two columns are. Is that
here?
Because see, it's a 6 inch fascia. That fascia meets that flush, so that whole thing is 6 inches out. Correct?
I'll ask him. Are you there, Rex? No, he's still waiting. I can't answer that, but it should show it on the floor plan.
See, Rick?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Right here, right?
Yeah, that sticks out, doesn't it? Or is that?
Well, let me look here. It doesn't show it, but that doesn't. This floor plan is with not that domer, okay?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not with this bullshit, which costs $4,000. but it was a model, and I bought it because it was, you know, cheaper.
And it's hardy panel siding, so the piece that you want on the bottom, do you want it to match all the walls, and then right there have the lap?
I'm going to leave this up to you. If you're happy enough to set it down and make it look good, I'm going to count on you making it look good. However, because this is out of my expertise, I could learn it, but I don't need to because you already know. But yeah, the answer is I like it to look nice, you know. Just
Oh, yeah.
I didn't look very carefully, but you're going to do the best you can. I know that, but we want to, whatever it takes to take out of that lot. I'd like to get a zero threshold as much as.
Thanks for holding.
Yo, you're on.
So it is, the floor width is 26 foot 8 inches, and it has 2x6 walls. So when you put those 2x6s on, you fur it out, which makes it 4 inches wider.
Okay,
The I-beams, they're at the same spot.
I want the extreme exterior to perimeter measurements.
ask for it.
Just the perimeter measurements to the inch.
Grab that piece of paper so you'll have a piece to write on.
Width and length. Because I know I just got done setting a 28 by 66, and the two halves are actually 13.7.
Man, okay.
So I think if we're calling it,
Here's what you're setting here. The floor width of each half is 13 foot 4 inches.
okay, that's what I want.
Well, you understand that's because I've been telling you the floor width of the house is 26 foot 8 inches.
Okay,
That's what I want.
so that's OD, that's outside dimensions, that's
No, that's the floor width.
of the inside or the
That's
outside?
what all the walls set on. That's what you got to think about.
Right.
Okay, but the,
Okay, so now, if you want the outer dimensions, then you have to add the 4 inches, so 2 inches on each side to go to 2x6, plus the thickness of the siding.
do we have those dimensions anywhere in the factory? Have those dimensions?
It's going to be 7/16. Is
Is
that Hardy
the
backer?
fact that it's human made.
Is that
You
Hardy
have to
panel?
realize that
Yeah, no, we don't mind the
it
heat.
be to the milligram.
No, we're not worried about the home is sitting there. Maybe the easiest thing is to take a tape measure out and measure how wide the fucking thing is.
Is it Hardy panel?
It's Maxi Panel, which is a concrete composite.
Okay. It's a different name, but
And you know what? This may be the
How-
other.
How about Plan C? So, call you back later or something, walk out and just put a fucking tape measure on the outside. Will that work?
yeah, is that a protrusion?
I'll ask him.
Now then,
What's that?
they don't always set the house as a watt model exactly like you would in the field.
The one you sent me, the picture of it on the sale deal, it's sitting in a lot somewhere, and it's just sitting out by itself. That's the one I bought, right?
Yeah, it's right outside my office.
Oh,
Got
cool.
my tape
Well, anyway, I'm looking at a
and
picture of it right now, and
I got my tape measure in my hand.
cool. Are you
I'm
walking?
going to go measure it. Hang on.
Can you multitask?
Yep, hang on.
Okay. Does the dormer extend out past
The side of the wall.
the part of the wall? Does the dormer stick out away from the wall? Is it like 3 or 4 inches? You're getting close to what you want?
Okay, I'll be right back.
I think this is, I mean, what can go wrong? He's got a tape measure in his hand, am I correct? Right or wrong?
As long as he knows how to read it.
Well, but I'm saying, if we don't have to go to the fucking plans they send us, that they said they built the
No.
thing by.
See, this is what I'm getting at here, which I'm sure I know you understand anyway. So
No, go ahead.
there's the house. Here's the foundation. I don't want that sucker dead on.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
I'm
You know?
absolutely right.
So,
And you can
and
do
I'm-
it if you know the dimensions.
And I'm really glad you brought that picture up.
Well, I wasn't.
We wouldn't have known about that.
You weren't leaving without seeing the picture. I mean,
Because that's at least, that's probably about a foot.
well, we're going to find out. He's got a tape measure in his hand. He can walk around the
Can
front.
you see the shadow from the eave?
I do.
And then see how it butts up right there? That's flush. And that's
Yes,
gonna be at
flush
least
here
a
for sure.
6-inch
Yeah,
eave.
the eaves are 6 or 8 inch.
Yep.
They're on the, well, wait a minute here. I probably should have printed this for you, but,
So
it's
then-
not
So
here.
basically, the down view, if you're looking at that perimeter foundation from up top, it's gonna be like this.
Oh, you have to make a
Yes.
provision, it just doesn't hang out there. All right.
So
Let's-
for that little section, we'll have to offset it a little bit. Then, of course, your
Oh,
excess
man.
space, which is 4x4.
You gotta kick, oh, that was one thing I wanted to discuss with you. We have some issue with the vents. I have no idea what the vents are doing. Can you get by with the venting? Can you
Yeah.
figure it out?
What we'll do
Because they
is,
were bitching that if it's down low, they didn't have enough room to put the vents in.
this is what we're gonna do. Like, okay, here's the bottom of the house.
Right.
Okay, this is the last course
I'm
of
cool.
block. Okay,
Yes,
that's the top of
that's
it.
gonna be
Okay.
close to level with the driveway, correct?
Now, what it's gonna be, this is gonna be at least 6 inches high. Okay, it's gonna be like 1 foot in, 8 feet on center. These are low vents. We're gonna take that siding and I'm gonna get a sheet and rip it down and cover that top up. Okay, and then screen in over the material that we use for your vents.
Okay, so
So
you got
the
the
only-
vents covered, is what
Yeah,
I'm.
so all you'll see is the vents and concrete. That'll be your first panel, look just like the house.
Okay, no, I just wanted to run it by you so you knew what,
Yeah.
I assume you know, that was a problem that I'd run into with a couple other guys that they bitched about. Okay, so the best we're gonna get is 6 inches?
It has to be.
Okay.
Yep, that's what code requires.
Oh, it does? All right, I can dig that.
Technically, it needs to be 8, but I get away with 6.
You can squeeze 6, okay. Well, it's the wheelchair issue. All right, that's good. I'm happy with this,
Okay.
and if you can get home for that, you know, something came up, you said, fuck, Bill, it just didn't work out. I mean, you know, I'm not.
Oh well,
I'm
no.
not
I
carved
mean,
in
as
stone.
far as what I've got down there, that's no problem.
Okay, but look, I can close my eyes now, and in 4 or 5 weeks I can open them. The house will be there, and you got 18,000, whatever it is, in your pocket.
Well, sorta.
Well, I don't know. I presume I have to. You sound.
A lot of it goes away.
Well, no, I know that. It's not
Yeah.
all labor. I didn't say you were getting 18,000 labor.
I know.
The point of the story is, you don't have to qualify yourself to me. So, whatever you want that's reasonable down payment,
Just what
Should you-
way I usually do is half down. That way, it takes care of all the perimeter foundation.
okay, you want that.
Okay,
All right.
and then when the home arrives, half of the balance. And
Yeah.
when we're done, the rest.
Okay, you have a system.
Now with the awning and the AC, if you want me to do that and get somebody
For
to give you some
the
prices,
carport, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean.
I have the idea it's about $2 or $3 grand more.
For what size? Because it
It's
just
56. I probably want to go the full length.
full length.
I think so.
Is that driveway 10 or 12?
I don't know, but somebody I know is going to put. I think they're going to put concrete on the part that's gravel. I made that up.
I can't remember.
My dream is I think it's wide enough for a car. What I'm dreaming of is, I don't know if we can do that, is concrete that part in.
Okay.
Slab that, and maybe even slab that, because I just don't. There's no need for that rock. It depends on how much it costs. But anyway, I don't know
all
how.
these little things, you know. Afterwards, you let me know, and then we can go from there. You know.
Yeah, no, I think we're on a fair footing. So I mean, I feel like your family. You know, I mean,
appreciate
it's a
that.
dumb thing to say, but that's how I am. I mean, I feel about it. Yeah, I have. You can take a look. We took the car in, and there was about that much on each side. So we got 8 times. What is it? 10?
Yeah, it's at least 10 feet wide now.
Yeah.
So
Okay, but you got you've looked at it, and
yeah.
Hey,
that's it. You know, I don't think you see. I really don't like those things back there.
The oleanders.
But I don't, yeah, they're a pain in the ass, you know, poison and all that shit. So,
Thanks for holding.
yeah, we're,